Yo, 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 this is Raymar Morgan. You are listening to About Sparta Podcast, Episode 7, Season 2. Welcome back. Hey, man. Trav, it's been a little minute, but I'm glad to see your face, man. For those that don't know, this is the About Sparta Podcast with your host with the most, Mees, aka Raymar Morgan. And I got my co-host Travis Walton, aka Woody. Hey man, tell me, how was your weekend, big dog?
Man, it's been good, man. My weekends always consist of, right, bro, of coaching my young 14U team. So if we not winning, it's just an emotional swing. Feel me, man? Like we had a good weekend. We went 3-1, but this our weekend. We go to Seattle, so we kind of get ready for a big weekend. May hoops. I think I told you about that before. But now it's been good, man. Just trying to get these dudes going, and next week going out to Indianapolis for All Star Weekend with Draymond.
Okay, yeah, man, that's huge. I know Seattle is known for producing some real hoopers, so I know that's gonna be a tough tournament that y'all get to go out there and play against. So,
For sure.
good luck to y'all, man, and I hope y'all come back with a championship. That's for sure.
For sure. What about you, brother? What's new,
Oh
man? What's
man,
new in your life? You hold
hey,
on before we go. You was in Spain
yeah,
about a couple
man.
of weeks ago. Now you back
Yeah,
on the
man.
other side, getting
Yeah,
some
man.
cold weather.
Yeah, man. So it's a little different. I'm currently in Canada right now, so I'm really
Okay.
getting this cold weather. But
Mhm.
everything is good, man. Just trying to revive this career, get a couple of more years under my belt before I officially call it quits. Now that I came back out of retirement, um, which is insane, by the way. But I mean, it's all good, man. When you love the game and have that
Yeah.
passion for it, it's only right that you finish out the way you want to finish out. So that's what I'm
Facts.
doing, man. That's what I'm pursuing. And with God on my side, I'll be good to go. You feel me?
Oh, you are good, brother.
Yeah,
Praise.
man. Yeah. Appreciate it. So, with that being said, man, it has been a tough one for Sparty Nation. Um, Michigan State, we were on our way to a six win out of 7 games Tuesday against Minnesota, but we just couldn't pull it out. Unfortunately, Tyson Walker went down in the second half, um, and we just came up short. We stopped moving the ball, we stopped scoring, and that allowed Minnesota to catch their stride and get back in the game and overall and get the victory. So, Trav, just tell me some things that you've seen out there that we could have done better to win this game.
Yeah, no, at first I thought we were playing well, man. I thought, Tyson was playing really well for us. We were doing some good things, making shots, doing the things that you have to do on the road, right? Making shots, not turning the ball over, getting crucial defensive stops. And whenever you lose a guy, we were up 9 before Tyson went down. And, whenever you lose a guy that's as impactful as Tyson, it takes a hit to the team. You would expect, like, for us with the experience and our veteran leadership, that we would kind of respond a little bit better.
Right.
But we didn't. We didn't take the best shots, and we wasn't getting stops defensively. And even though he was only out for 3 minutes, it felt like he was out the entire second half.
Man.
But to me, when I watched the game, and we shot the ball bad from the free throw line, we were 7 for 17 from the free throw line. We didn't shoot the ball that well from the 3 point line. And Malik Hall has been playing really well for us. He didn't have a great night. AJ didn't have a great night either. From a scoring standpoint, it's just the things he's been doing recently. With the last 2 games, he hasn't played as well. But like, but when Tyson went down, we just didn't respond the way we should have responded. And other guys, I know guys wanted to step up, and guys were looking to make plays. And to the average fan or to someone that's just watching, even myself at times, you will go, man, you just took some tough shots.
Right.
But at the same time, you got to go like somebody got to shoot it.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
a guy like Tyson who's averaging 19 points, who's the engine to our team, and we look for it when we need big buckets. Also, he create easy buckets for other guys because of the
Yeah.
attention he draws. Well, guys have to make some plays, and it's always not the best. Sometimes it's not the best shots, but through the course of the game, basketball is make or miss, and other guys have to make shots, and we just didn't do that.
Yeah. I mean, I think that just goes back to us playing Spartan basketball and getting down. We got out rebounded, 31-28. And like you said, we just didn't shoot the ball well. We had only two guys in double figures. Jaden played one of his better games. I mean, we all know what he can do, and once he gets going, and he's been shooting the piss out of the ball as of late. But I think we just got to tip your hat to that Minnesota team and Cam Christie. The young fella, he shot the piss out of the ball tonight. Hit 5 out of 7 threes. He caught his rhythm, and ultimately it deterred us from getting the win and propelled them to victory. So I mean, you just got to tip your hat off to that talented young Minnesota group. It hurts because I think we definitely could have won that game easily. We're gonna look back at that film and uh, and shake our head a little bit, but hopefully we can bounce back next game and just come out stronger and be able to take those punches like we usually do.
Yeah, like you said, like I thought we didn't shoot the ball great from three when we look at it, but we were 7 for 18, like not
Right,
awful,
right,
right? But it was kind of like the shots that we started to take,
yeah,
and it
tough ones.
just like when you don't. So if you take the stats out and you're not looking at the stats, you like obviously shooting the ball from the free throw line that bad. That was evident. You like we can't make free throws,
Free
and
throws, right?
when you look at 7 for 18 from the 3 point line, again, that's not great, but it's not like atrocious.
Yeah, it's not horrible.
You don't think that you like if we shot 7 for 18, you can kind of still win a game like that and feel pretty good about that. But what I liked, and just to get a young fella, shout out Cam Christie. Obviously, his brother Max Christie was a Spartan dog playing with the Lakers, and as you know, whenever you have a younger brother or cousin or someone that's playing your old school, like your big brother team, you want to go out and play well. Now, I'm
Oh,
saying
for sure.
Cam used to be on campus. He would come up and see the guys. The guys know him. There's a relationship there, personal relationship. So
Yeah,
he had a career night. And Ray, some of the shots he was making, I'm saying he averaged 10 points. But some of so he's averaging 10 points, but the last 3 games, he's been in double figures, like 17, 19, and 15, I think, or something around
yeah,
those
yeah.
areas. And he's been playing well. So just watching him and knowing Max, I was like, man, as a father, you got to be pretty proud, right?
Man,
Got to
man.
be pretty proud as a father. And I know Max' dad, I know he was really proud of his son. And for him to come out and play against, Michigan State and for Minnesota, that's like their first real, like, big quality win, right?
Yeah,
But like you said, you got to tip your hat off to them. They made some plays with Tyson going down, and they took advantage. They took advantage of us losing Tyson and made some plays, and at the end of the game, they made some more plays, and guys made big shots. And Cam, he just played a great game, 5 for 7 from the three for a freshman, and that type of game was still incredible, right, for a young fellow. So we got to bounce back, man. You know what's crazy? We talked about this last time too, before we had played Michigan. Losing that game was tough, but if you look at the Big Ten standings, I'm thinking like someone sent me a stat today, Ray, and there was nine, I think it's like 8 or 9 SEC teams ranked in like the top 22. right? Like something crazy.
Right.
And I'm looking at the Big Ten, and there's a crunch. Like you got Purdue, I think 7-2 or 8-2, and then you got Illinois with 3 losses, and then you got like a crunch of like 3 or 4 teams, like we spoke about last time, that has about 5 and 6 losses. So as we're kind of nearing the end, I'm just kind of a little worried with that and seeing a couple other conferences like teams do a little bit better because you got to think, Ray, traditionally in the past, what, maybe 5 years for sure, the Big Ten has been having about, what, seven
Yeah,
teams
easy.
enter the dance?
Six at the very least.
Six at the very least.
At the
So
very least.
you looking at that like crunch and you got to start kind of like, come on, we like you just said, we're gonna
Gotta
look
buckle
back at
down.
this win, I mean this loss, and go, we can't lose these ones, right? We
Yeah.
can't, bro. Like it's too tight. It's too tight.
Um, with this loss, it sort of means that we need this next one versus Illinois. And
We
Illinois
need
is
it.
is a good team, man, this year. I mean,
Top
to
10.
say the least. So they have vets. They have a lot of versatile players that can do a lot. Put the ball on the floor, shoot it. So this is a game, but the question this is a game that we need. But the question I wanted to ask you: do you feel like we over rely on Tyson's production to get wins?
That's a great question. I'm saying I think if you the first answer would be yes, right? You would go yes. I'm saying he's rightfully so. He's
Rightfully so.
rightfully so, right? Like he's averaging 19. I think right now, I was looking at a stat. I think he's like in line to be the highest scoring average ever under Izzo.
Yeah,
So rightfully so, like he worked hard and he's in a position to do some amazing things. Being at Michigan State for what, 3 years? So like incredible. But I think for us, we have always been a strength in numbers program,
that
and we.
I, I'm sorry to cut you off, but that leads up to my next question, which it was a two-part question.
Mhm.
Is our lack of bench causing us to rely so heavily on Tyson's Tyson Tyson Walker? And is there anything that we can do to shake things up? Do you think Iz might need to start Trey again for a little bit, or does he need to keep him off and bring him off the bench? Like, what do you think we need to do to shake things up in order for us to just get that spark? Because it just seems like we're not getting a lot of bench productivity like we're used to getting in past years.
Yeah, but like you said, we were, we had won last 5 out of 7. So we were kind of like heading in the right
Right direction.
direction.
No, for sure.
And Malik was playing really well. Jaden had started to turn the corner, even though the last game he didn't play as well, didn't shoot the ball as well.
Right.
But he was turning the corner. And I thought AJ, was turning the corner and playing well. AJ had some really good games. The last 2 games he hasn't, shot the ball as well, but he had, I think, 8 assists and then 5 assists. Like, so he was doing some good things for us. So um, it's just like we said, we've been a program that has been strength in numbers. And like we haven't seen a guy like Tyson in a Spartan uniform in a very long time, where we rely so heavily on his production.
Yeah.
So, and we got guys that can do a little bit more. They just really haven't. So I'm not sure if we need to shake it up, because I think we're kind of getting to that space where, like, we know who we are, which is a team that's led by Tyson.
Hmm.
And So we know his outpour, like we know what to get from him. We're looking for him to score and to do those things. Now, and Malik was playing better, so we were kind of finding that second punch.
Right. That 1-2
And like I
punch.
said, AJ was playing well, and kind of Jaden was turning that corner. So I think right now, Ray, we really in a position where I don't know if Izzo can kind of shake the lineup up. Like, and if he did shake the lineup, and no one probably would want to hear this, I think we would have to shake the lineup and do Warrior style, right? And kind of like they got Draymond playing the five. Think about it, right? Just
Yeah,
so, and that has helped them. So,
it
like
has.
almost putting Malik Hall at the five,
5. That would be
right?
insane.
It just kind of like seeing if we can
Seeing if we can,
spread the
yeah,
floor, and I was saying that's the only thing I can think of.
drive and kick, and yeah, just
Yeah,
do it that
like
way.
if you were to throw it out and kind of like go, hey, let's swing for the fences. And again, we've been playing well, so I don't want to go on the side of we need to do something that's kind of way against what we do. But I will say, and we spoke about this before. I just want to get to the tournament, man. I
Yeah,
don't want to break the streak. Like I want to,
yeah.
because you just got
Just
to
want to
give us a
keep that
chance.
alive, man.
Just
Yeah,
keep
we
it
just want.
alive and give us a chance. Like
Yeah,
we got enough pieces. We got enough pieces, Ray, that and we both know like you just gotta survive. You gotta survive.
yeah.
So I think we have enough pieces that as we're getting down to the end, we just gotta win these games. However we need to do it, let's just win. Like just win right now, man. Like and the Illinois game is a big
It's a
home game.
huge game.
Like we need the Izzone to be like incredible, which they always are, but
Yeah, they
we
are.
need them to be incredible because it was a good game last time we played Illinois. So we
Yeah.
just need them to be incredible and for guys to just step up. And even though Tyson came back, Ray, you know how that go, man. Like adrenaline going and that growing. I'm sure you had a growing injury. That's
No,
tough.
for sure. Yeah, 100%. And with that said, like now you got a confident Minnesota team. Like
Yeah.
they're at home. The barn is into it. Like it's loud in there. Everybody's sitting on top of you. So it's a lot tougher than people think. Playing
The
in the
bar
barn.
tough to play in, man.
Yeah, man. It's cold. It's
You
yeah.
elevated.
You're on that
Like,
stage. So
yeah.
it's tough, man. So at the end of the day, like I said, you got to tip your hat off to that Minnesota team. They found a way to get it done, and they did it, man. With that being said, we spoke a lot about Tyson Walker, but I want to shout out Tyson because we just got a stat that says Tyson has broken Kalen Lucas, Michigan State basketball program record of 33 consecutive double-digit scoring games on Tuesday. Now I don't know if a lot of people realize how big that is, or even how good Kalen was. But Kalen was a stud, first off. So
Yeah.
for a guy to come in and break that 33 game consecutive double digit scoring, it's huge, man. That guy's putting the ball in the basket right now at a high level, and I just wanted to shout him out, man, because he's doing big things on Michigan State's campus.
Yeah, no, it's incredible. I'm saying, I actually, do you still have the record? Remember, you had the record for double figure games as a freshman. I'm not
Freshman,
sure if
yeah,
that record still stands, but what an incredible record to have
33
at
straight.
a school like Michigan State. And when you think about Tyson and you think about him being undersized and he's really putting himself in a position to, be considered as a NBA player. So I'm just proud of him. Coming from a mid major and taking a leap of faith and coming to Michigan State and like essentially kind of doing some of the same things he did when he was, at Northwestern. So I'm excited. And like you said, Kalen was a great player. One of the best to do it. to come, to wear a green and white uniform. So for you to break that record um, is incredible. So big shout out to Tyson, man, and keep it going. You know what? The way we need to win and the impact he has on our team, man, he need to put this streak up to about 45. You know what I'm saying, right? You got to have it at like 45, bro.
Facts, facts. We
Because we
got to
need
make
that
the
every
tournament.
game.
Yeah, we need
Every
it every game.
game.
Every
We can't
game.
afford for him not to be in double figures.
Oh, not at all.
Like,
Not
do
at
you
all.
actually think, like, do you think we could win a game if he's not in double
Not a double
figures?
figure. No disrespect to anybody on that team. I love every single person on that team, but it's no, it's not just the way, just how the, just how much we depend on Tyson nightly. I don't personally see it. Now, can we get some points out of some other guys? Maybe everybody have a night, possibly. But just being on a consistent basis, if he was to not get double figures one game and then turn around and not get double figures, we're not getting 2 wins straight with him doing that.
Yeah, I agree, man. And again, I don't think it's disrespect. I think it's a salute
Yeah, to him. Yeah,
to him
to
and to
him.
like there takes a lot of it takes a lot of pressure off of our guys to do things that they're not necessarily comfortable doing on a nightly basis for him not to be in double figures, right? Like
Yeah,
19 points in college is a lot. Okay, take it back. 19 points at a Power 5 college
yeah,
is a lot.
blue
Most
blood.
of the time when you see like the leaders of in college basketball, like they're normally from like smaller schools.
No, 100%,
So, you know what I'm saying? So like for you to
100%.
be scoring that much, right? Like I'm saying who else does it? Well, Zach Edey obviously does it. But there's not many guys that you can,
It's
say
just,
do what he do
I mean, quite honestly, it's just not that many guys scoring in the Big Ten the way he's been
in the Big
scoring.
Ten.
You
Yeah,
know, the Big Ten is it's hell to pay when you score at a high volume like he's scoring. I mean, because you
yeah,
got guys that are just out there literally to beat you up every night. So, and that six eyes is different in the Big Ten. Out of all of the conferences in America, that six eyes is completely different. The way they prep, the way they scout, it's different. It's different. And guys are gonna know your plays like the back of their hands. So you gotta tip your head off to Tyson, man, because he's finding ways and he's actually changing it up every other night, it seems like how he's getting it done. So
yeah.
salute to him.
No, he scores in a variety of ways, man. I was kind of go back to what you said earlier about kind of our bench production. I wonder kind of where coach is at with the rotations because
Mm,
I kind of thought like Cohen Carr was going to be playing a little bit more,
yeah.
especially like later in the year. And it's kind of looking like his minutes are kind of going down a little bit.
Yeah, I agree.
And I thought that once we got Jackson back, I thought he would be just because we need his scoring
We just
production,
need a Trav. We just
right?
need something.
We need something, and he can
Something.
score.
Yeah,
I wonder why he hasn't played as much. Is it the defensive woes? Is it we're just I don't know. But I like
yeah,
kind of like you said, like I do think we need Trey has had some good games for us, and he's had a pretty good year given his role last year compared to this year. And I kind of thought Jackson, when we got him back, he was going to kind of be in a different, role because we needed a little, like you said, a little bit more scoring from the bench.
Right.
And I thought by this time of the year, uh, coach would kind of have Cohen Carr as that like seventh or eighth man, and to be honest, I really
Energy
wanted,
guy.
I energy guy and rebounding, and I really wanted uh, Booker X,
Yeah.
Xavier. I really thought he could be our X factor, but his time is coming. He's
Yeah.
still learning and developing. We not in practice, but we know how those practices go.
Yeah.
And I still think maybe not this year for us right now. It's kind of getting late. So coach is starting to kind of like lock in on his full rotation.
Yeah.
But, kind of what you said, I don't know if we can find that bench production the way we really need it. And that's it's
It's
just tough. It's
unfortunate.
interesting, man.
That's unfortunate. I think a big part of Cohen Carr's minutes also going down was that Malik Hall surge. He showed us
Yeah,
flashes, especially against Maryland. He was making moves where he did a in and out behind the back into a spin move and
yeah.
completely lost his defender. So I mean, he shows flashes of brilliance at times, but then he also shows us flashes from time to time where he can disappear a little bit. So I think coach has so much trust in his senior guy that that's maybe a reason Cohen's minutes have slightly gone down because he just fully trusts Malik and his abilities and what he brings to the table, being so versatile and being able to do so many things on the court.
Yeah, no, I agree. I said I think where players and people don't realize is how important that is. So if
Yeah,
you're watching you're watching as a fan, as we all were fans, but we, obviously we're closer involved in knowing what's going on and just so when you're watching that and you're like, well, this guy made the same mistake. Why is he not being taken out? Or this
yeah,
guy missing these shots. If you put him in and had the same amount of shots, maybe he'll make them. And I always tell people, I tell my parents, listen, right, this shit goes back to the youth
yeah,
where production matters and um, coaches being comfortable and trusting guys that he see do it day in and day out.
yeah.
And maybe this guy got a little bit more potential. He's still like, nah, I'm not willing to roll the dice. I'm
It's
gonna just
it's
stick with what I
it's a
know.
it's a trust thing. That's
It's a
all it
trust thing.
is. Yeah, man. I mean, if we let's call a spade a spade. It's a trust thing. You got to think Malik Hall has been there what every bit of 5 years.
Yeah, 5, 6
That this
years.
is 5 6 years. So I mean, this guy has a lot of trust in Malik Hall, and rightfully so. Malik has done some things on campus that has earned that trust as well. So we can't just look past and act like Malik hasn't put in the work. This has been 6 years of work that he's put in, and I mean he deserves those minutes. So would we like to see Cohen Carr? Would we like to see more spectacular dunks? Of course we would. Would we like to see uh, more blocks, shots that we wouldn't see from anybody else?
Mhm.
Damn near in the country. Of course we would. But at the end of the day, coach is a Hall of Fame coach for a reason. He knows what he's doing, and I mean, I trust him 110%. So to do what he does, especially around this time and in March. So I think we just got to sit back and let the chips fall where they may, and hope for the best, man, and hope these guys can get on a streak and get on a roll and turn this thing around.
Yeah, no, you're right. I'm saying when you look at that random question when all this when you having years like this and I think coach is enjoying it, right? I think he's enjoying it, and as he's enjoying it, I think I seen something. He was at like how we got to get the stats right. I think it was 550 or something of the most games played in the Big Ten.
Yeah,
And
yeah, something like that.
when you think of that, I think the questions start to come up. Like, when is retirement kind of nearing? Like, are we gonna get kind of that like Coach K surprise retirement? Jim, you know what I mean? Jim Boeheim, like
That would be
surprise.
a shock.
Hey, it would be a shock, but
That would be a
like,
shock.
how many years you think he got left, bro?
Hey man, hey, he rocking till the wheels fall off, man. We ain't even about to
I'm
we ain't
just
even
saying,
about, no,
like,
that's a great point. I mean, yeah,
good point.
everybody's time comes to an end. So I would just hate to see it. I think he has so much passion for the game. He loves doing what he's doing. So hopefully we can get some more years out of him, man. But I mean, you never know. Times are changing.
Man, times
Every-
are changing. I bet you, man, these times are changing. People are stressing them out. I bet you.
no,
I
yeah.
know because when you play, when you're not playing a lot of guys, bro, and I know people are hitting this line and saying what
Oh
they
yeah.
think you should be doing.
You can hear the whispers now.
Oh, you can hear
you
them, bro.
you can
So
you're reading the headlines in the paper. You can hear the whispers. You can hear
come
people
on,
talking,
man. Like
and sometimes those
that's
those things creep in. So I mean, I get it. I definitely understand what you're saying.
yeah. You
But I mean,
got think
it's
about it. Rick Pitino just said this, bro, and I we know is, and I'm fully on the side of NIL. I love it. I think guys should be getting more money, but we got Rick Pitino saying guys it should be capped. You know, guys should be on salary, like all these different things. And like NIL is not, Coach ain't a fan of it, but I think he
nah,
supports it and he
100%,
understands it, right? Where
hundred
he's like,
percent.
hey, I have to adjust to the new times.
Yeah,
And just with all the stuff going on and the recruiting, how you have to recruit guys now,
man, you make some
it's
valid
different,
points.
bro.
You make some
So
valid points.
it's just
I don't know, Trav. That's a great question, man. I think we need to ask the fans that, like, man, when do you think is gonna officially hang them up? So anybody, if y'all ever comment, please comment and let us know what y'all's opinion. When do y'all think is officially gonna retire from this Michigan State program that he is built
and
from
I
the
and I
ground
and
up?
I and I hope not for another 5 or 10 years, man, so my son can get an offer from Michigan State one day. You feel me?
right, right. Stick it out, Ed. Stick it out. Come on, man.
Stick it out, man. We
Stick
got
it
come
out.
on, man. Hold it
Yeah.
out so we can just
Hold
get
it
that
down.
Spartan offer, man. Like just get my young bull a Spartan dog offer, man. Like we got some young bull. We got a little Mo coming. We
Hey, man,
got little
no, for
KJ.
real.
Like we got
Yeah.
we got some
It's
guys coming, man. Go ahead. Hey,
yeah.
listen, before you done is just
KJ,
start
look,
giving guys scholarship offers. It'll boost your recruiting.
we
You know what
got
I'm
young,
saying?
young young Hudson coming up. Yeah, so
Yeah.
we got some guys, man. Some
That's
guys that can really
guys
play too. So
that can
yeah,
play.
that's
So
yeah. So that's a
yeah.
great point, man. Let's move on though, man. To our next opponent. It's gonna be a tough, hard fought game against Illinois. We all know top 10 team. We know what they're doing. We know the energy they're gonna bring. Um, and this. I feel like this game. It's always a dogfight against Illinois, even from
Yeah.
back when we was playing, man. Playing against the Chester Fraziers and the
He's a coach.
uh, yeah, who was also the coach. The Meachams, it was always a grinded out type of environment. Whether we went up to Champaign or they came down to Lansing. So just tell me your thoughts on that, man, and what chances we have on winning this game, and a game that we actually need um, during this point of the season.
Yeah, man. I think I said this before, man. I just don't think there's any team we can't beat.
Right.
I don't think there's like I'm saying Purdue obviously is Purdue. They're a great team and they have some really great pieces and just a hard team to defend. But I just don't think there's any team we can't
Can't
beat.
beat. No, for sure.
So we needed.
We need this one
And
back.
and listen, as in any Spartan dog team, when we're starting to feel our back against the wall, I ain't betting against us. I'm
No.
betting all down, tenfold, baby. So we got to come out. We got to shoot the ball well from the free throw line. Like we got to clean that up. Like let's. So and I always say this: clean up the things where like you could control.
Yeah.
Like you get into the free throw line,
Yeah.
those are free. Those are easy. Like there's nobody contesting you. Like let's make our free throws. One, let's have a low turnover game. Let's not turn the basketball over and give them easy opportunities. Right? Next is let's get contributions from six guys.
Yes.
Right? Like
Yes.
six. Just give us six, right?
Yes.
Like let's
I can't even remember the last time we had four to five guys in double figures.
yeah, let's get contributions from everybody. Like let's see AJ be AJ. I want AJ to have a double double,
Yeah.
right? I want
Need
AJ to be 10 to 15 points and give me 10 assists, AJ. I
I,
want
I need
Tyson.
I need I need AJ to be slapping the floor. I need to see his smile. I need to just see him having fun, bringing that
Yeah,
excitement to the Briz, man.
that
That's the AJ
swag,
that we
man.
need. That's
Yeah,
swag.
that like that swag, man. Like that, like I'm the general. As I say,
Yeah,
he's the general. Tyson's the engine, right? So Tyson go be Tyson. Like we don't need Tyson to go get 30, but if you got 30 young gun, go get it, baby. Go get 30. We don't
yes
need you
we
to get
do.
30, but if you
Yes
go
we do.
get 30,
Trav, yes we do.
but listen, if we're saying AJ gonna give us 10 to 15 and Jaden is gonna give us 10 to 15, then we really just need AJ and Tyson to be Tyson. Go give us your 20 ball.
Yeah,
Do what
no,
you've
for
been
sure,
doing.
for
Right?
sure.
So if we get and then I'm naming AJ and Jaden, and then we just need Malik
Malik.
to be the Malik we've been seeing. Right? If Malik can get that 12 to 18 points, and then now, okay, we just named four guys. And
Right.
then let's Trey just go get his good 6 to 12,
Yeah.
right? Make some defensive stops. Now we okay with not having Mahdi, Carson. Like, if they can
Yeah.
go get their 2 to 6 points, we're good. So, but we gotta defend. We gotta defend. Gotta
Defend and
defend.
rebound.
Defend and rebound, man. We gotta go defend and rebound and let's do it, man. Let's back against the wall. I agree with you. We need this win. We
Yeah,
need it.
we gotta have it.
We need it. We need it. I agree
Yeah,
with you. Like we've been
we
playing
gotta
well
have it.
enough, and we let one slip away from us in Minnesota. So let's go get it back and make it interesting. And like let's continue to take the right steps that we have been taking. We've been taking the right steps forward and get back on this winning streak from kind of like you said losing the game that we walked in saying we haven't been beat by them since 2021 at the
Wow.
at their spot.
At their
So
spot. Yeah.
let's go there and take care of business.
I mean, because like you said earlier in the show, we haven't really played horrible or bad basketball. We had
Mm,
some lapses, but I mean, we're 24th in the net rankings, and then we're 17th in Ken Palm. So we're right there. We just
we're
need a
right
couple
there.
of we just need a couple of big wins, to turn that confidence up, turn our guys up and get that swag like we just talked about. They just playing swagless.
Yeah, man.
That's what's killing me. Like we know all of these guys, and
Yep.
we know their potential and how they play when they're comfortable.
Yep.
And it just doesn't seem like they're comfortable. And
Yep.
I just hate to see that type of basketball when we have so many veteran guys, that have already answered this calling. They've come and played in big games. They've been in tough situations. They know they've they've been in the trenches already. So I think this is the game, man, a perfect game for us to come out swinging and just see where the fight takes us.
Yeah. So nah, man. I think, like you said, I've been saying this all year, and I think we have all the pieces that we can flip the switch and go on a 4, 5, 6 game win streak and kind of really getting it rolling. I think this game, if we walk out the game, last game we played them was 71-68. They won by 3. And they hit some big free throws at the end.
Yep, sealed it.
I think if we can have the game, you know, 70 to 65, 64, right? Like us, play that game in that 65, 70 range. I think we got a good chance. And we just got to do defend. Like, you know what I'm saying? Control the controllables. That's this game. Let's control the controllables and see what we can get from it.
Trav, my prediction is 71-67 Spartans
I
at
like it.
home.
At home, I like it.
71-67. We win by 4.
I like it. Like it. Hey, last time my prediction, baby, we were pretty
Hey
close.
man.
I was
Hey man,
80. I
you
was 80-55, bro, on Michigan. Well, it was
what
it
was the fight?
81?
81 what was it? 81.
81
We
likes.
gotta look that up.
Oh, it was like, yeah, 81-62 or something.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah, I think it was something like that. Yeah, but
62, 63.
yeah,
62. Yeah. 81, 62.
81-62.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's tough. That's tough.
So
You was right there. So man,
I was right there, man.
hopefully one of our predictions is right this time. It's spot on that we get another win, man, because we sure need it.
We
With
needed
that
it.
being with that being said, man, this has been another episode of About Sparta podcast brought to you by yours truly, Raymar Morgan, and my dog, Travis Walton. See you when we see you. Peace.